Good morning. Welcome to another video. Today, episode 30 is going to be product review day. Got something from GoTure. We're going to try out. It's a Wacky Rig setup you can get for under $50 on Amazon. And it's the dog days of summer. I have 1 hour to fish. It's late August of the year. I would be happy if I get 1 or 2 small bass. It's the definition of the dog days of summer. I am working later today. I'm coaching later today. I don't have a lot of time, but I had to at least do a little bit of fishing as I do a product review. So hopefully we'll show you a small bass or 2. Our local pond is famous for small fish and not too many big fish. So it'd just be a bonus if we caught a few or caught a big one. But we're after 1 small bass or 2, and we're gonna break down the entire product at the end of this video. Let's go fish. Outline today's gear for this trip. We are rocking a 7-foot medium fast Abu Garcia rod with a Penn Pursuit 3000 reel, and we have 8-pound braid and a double uni knot connecting that to a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's about a 4-foot fluorocarbon leader, and you can find anybody on YouTube to show you the double uni knot, but that's my preferred knot to attach especially different thicknesses of a leader to braided line. So 8-pound braid to 6-pound fluorocarbon. And then for now, we might add weight eventually, but for now, just hook, GoTure O-ring, and a GoTure plastic worm. Decided to go with this kind of reddish color to start. Okay, so, in largemouth bass fishing, you have your Carolina rig, you have your Texas rig, you have the Ned rig. Well, this is the Wacky Rig. And that movement, you can see right there, is basically what you're trying to do. You can retrieve this a number of ways, but just twitching up and down and giving it that movement is the play. And with that hook right in the middle, that's what it does. So this lake, we know, is very shallow, it's very weedy. So I often fish a Wacky Rig without any extra weight. It's just hook and worm. And that's what we're gonna do today. Hook and worm with that GoTure O-ring right in the middle. So that's gonna be the play, because this will just get stuck and right down in the weeds if I add any weight. And actually that's okay for bass, but this is so shallow and so weedy, we're gonna try it without any additional weight than just what's right here to start. So these little twitches that you see I'm doing is giving it that movement, the Wacky Rig movement. And I'm always watching my line, because sometimes when you throw, you're watching your line when it sinks, because you never know. Something could pick it up on the way down, right when it hits the water. Sometimes that splash, instead of scaring them, will bring them over, and they'll hit it on the way down. So you always want to watch your line. A lot of times when Wacky Rig fishing, I'm not really doing an overhand throw. It's more of a pitch or a flip or a kind of an underhand throw, even just backhand like that or whatever. But I'm getting plenty of distance on this, even with out a lot of weight. It's just such a shallow, weedy lake. So, but these little twitches are giving it the movement that I want, that I may not do if I had a Texas rig or Carolina rig on. Fish on. Not bad. 10 minutes in, and it's gonna be a very, very typical size for this little pond, but we'll swing it and show it to you. I gotta love bass fishing. Just coming in with the weeds. And there you go. So little baby largemouth bass, very, very, very typical. And he choked it. He wanted it. That worm is no worse for the wear with that GoTure O-ring right there. And look at that beautiful fish in the morning Colorado sun. See you, buddy. And so we're gonna hook this guy right back on. Be ready to go. if that comes out, but look at that, like slime and film on this water. I mean, this is normally a pretty clear pond. And don't get me wrong, bass live in that stuff, but you couldn't pick a worse day to fish. But that wasn't the point of this video. But it's the definition of the dog days of summer. Late August and every day still in the 90s. This is tough. This is tough. All right, guys, back at Casa de Fish On, and that was fun. I honestly thought I was going to get skunked. So like I said at the outset, 1 or 2 small fish was the goal, and that's what we got. So, you know, the point of this was a product review and not necessarily catching fish, but I knew today would be tough. You couldn't pick a worse time to fish for largemouth bass in my area. 90s all week long, late August, just that slime and film on the water. I mean, it is brutal. And pond's normally clear. So it was tough, but certainly fun. You know, the product itself, when I opened up the package, I just immediately thought it looked like quality, and it was. I mean, I'm going to break down exactly what you get with this exact package. So, you got this right here. It came with this, the Wacky Rig kit from GoTure. You got some dividers in here. You guys have all seen these. So you got the plastic box right here, and then a very, very handy, I thought this was really cool. This right here came with it too. And this is a spot here for your pliers, and then inside of here you've got all these sealable pouches. So once you open up the worms from these packages, you know, they can go right in here. So you've got all these, you know, Ziploc, you know, watertight pouches right here. And then in addition to that, of course, the tool itself, this right here for the Wacky Rig, and some of you guys have seen something similar. You've got the O-rings right here. So we'll use a red worm since that's what I opened. So basically, incredibly simple, guys. You're just gonna put half the worm in here, like that, and then take the O-ring from here and slide it across the tool and to the worm and pop the worm out. And I'll put this more kind of in the middle. So there you go. So again, a Wacky Rig normally has the hook right through the middle of the worm, but in this case, the hook goes underneath this O-ring to preserve and protect the worm. And this tool allows you to do that. It's got a little carabiner on the end. And so the worms that came with this kit was this red color that we used today, right here. And this color right here that we didn't try. We're only on the water 45 minutes. And this color right here, and a green color right here. So what else did it come with? We'll show you the hooks. Today I was using a 1 pound hook, which are these guys right here. So it comes with 15 1 pound hooks. It also comes with 15 2 pound hooks, and it comes with 2 different size bullet weights, 3/8 ounce and 1/4 ounce, and beads. If you're familiar with the Carolina rig, that's when you'd use these. So you'd have your bullet weight and then bead and then swivel and then leader and then GoTure plastic worm, O-ring, and hook. So that'd be your Carolina rig. And some larger hooks. So this whole kit came with some larger hooks as well. 15 count of 2/0 and 15 count of 3/0 for your larger soft plastic and larger presentations. Oh, and then the O-rings themselves. So you got a whole bunch of O-rings right here, which again protect the worm with the Wacky Rig type of fishing. So like I said at the outset, you know, there's Ned rig, there's Carolina rig, there's Texas rig, and this is the GoTure Wacky Rig. And but yeah, just right out of the box, you know, very happy. Never really seen something like this with all these resealable, almost like Ziploc bags for your worms and bait. All the hooks and everything that comes with it. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So that's the rig. So that wraps up today in our review of the GoTure Wacky Rig right on Amazon. Check below. You can find GoTure's website linked in my description, and no telling where I'm at next. Probably back on the fly rod for trout somewhere here in northern Colorado. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next video.